I think he hasn't thrown as well as I'm sure he would like, but where he's built up, what he's done for us, kind of the spot we're in, he makes the most sense. And I talked to him earlier today. He's looking forward to this outing. He's in a really good headspace, and I just think he's going to come out with some kind of intensity tonight and throw the baseball well.
This was an important spring for him, and we know just kind of the setback, the scare on the mound, the comebacker. But how have you seen him just kind of continue to evolve as a big leaguer and really step into this space where he can be successful?
I think that's what it is with Bobby. Is there's an evolution happening right now. All players aren't linear as far as they're kind of get to the big leagues, stay in the big leagues, and so it's been a little up and down for him. But he's staying in the moment. I think he's learned from some things and got past the scare in spring training, and he feels really good tonight.
What is the evolution, Dave, of him and where he needs to be to stick?
I think it's more of filling up the strike zone, using his four-pitch mix the right way, sequencing, not just trying to overpower hitters, throw strikes, and just let the talent kind of take over.
I mean, do you get a sense from Bobby and from Landon and from Oleski that they're not just competing against the guys in the batter's box, but in some way competing against each other to try to be that guy?
I think that's human nature, but I think from my chair and just kind of from the organization is just to encourage these guys to go out there and compete against the other team. And some of the things are out of their control, some of the things are in their control, but when you're worried about things that you can't control, that's certainly not beneficial. So I think that right now, I don't think Bobby's thinking about anybody else outside of those Rockies hitters.
When obviously there's not a ton of opportunities for those guys, or they don't know when those opportunities might come, like how much of an impression can they leave in the couple starts that they are getting up here? Like how much do you kind of evaluate off that based off the bigger body of work that you guys have with them?
Yeah, it's a broad question in the sense that, Landon threw the baseball well yesterday. He's out because we needed to make a roster spot. Bobby's going to throw the baseball tonight, but I do think that how they perform certainly helps, and then when they get their opportunity, wherever it might be, to just continue to pitch well and create opportunities for themselves. And when an opportunity does present itself, then their number is called. But it's not an easy thing, going up and down, spot start here and there. But it's kind of the way of the world in Major League Baseball.
Is Bobby's ceiling still as high in your guys' view as it was, a year ago before he had the injuries and the struggles late last year? Like, is that potential still there for him?
Absolutely. I think even if you look at a calendar year ago, right around this time, Bobby was coming off some great outings, and he was just really thriving. And so, obviously, with things that have happened, he's had to work his way back. But as far as the upside potential, it's absolutely there.
Is Snell close to going on a rehab start? I know he's played catch a couple of times on this homestand.
Played catch again today. I don't know how close he is to going on a rehab assignment. I saw him throw some changeups, some curveballs, throwing flat ground, stretching it out. He says he feels really good. Don't know when that's going to be. Speaking of the rehab, Clayton, I'm sure you guys heard, 3 innings, 30 pitches, got his velocity up to 89, felt good coming out of it. So he'll make another start with OKC. Tony went 4 innings, threw the baseball well. He'll make a start next week. So those two guys are really coming. Tony obviously sooner than Clayton. And then Evan finishes back-to-back, which is great, and he'll do another outing this weekend. And so things are kind of looking good for all 3 of those guys.
Is Tony going to start again in OKC or here?
In OKC, and we'll get him through 5 innings, and then we'll see where we go.
With a pitcher like Clayton, what are you looking for in his rehab appearances?
I think a guy like Clayton, it's more of how he feels. I know he's probably happy with the uptick in velocity. The toe is the last part of it. The body feels good. The arm feels good. And so just getting that left toe, the drive foot is the last piece. But talking to the training staff, they said he felt pretty good.
Are you kind of curious to see how he looks coming back? Like, obviously, his arm is probably as healthy as it's been in a while. Like, obviously, he's probably kind of like the forgotten guy in the group at the moment. But are you kind of intrigued to see how he might look as he kind of progresses and tries to get back here with you guys?
I am. But I feel I'm more curious in the sense of just getting him back, but not really concerned at all. I think that if he's healthy, which, as you stated, his arm is healthy as it's been quite some time, and if his body feels good, he's going to be good. So we're not worried about kind of effectiveness, command, and also getting hitters out.
Have you heard anything just after his outing today in regard to his toes? I know last time he spoke to us, he was saying that was the only thing that had still been bothering him as of late.
So just reading the report, they said that it felt considerably better than the last one, and so hopefully tomorrow he feels the same way.
And then with Blake, you mentioned rehab assignments, so is the plan that he will have to go out, or do you see it potentially being like a live BP here of sorts?
Yeah, that's a good question. So he hasn't been off the mound yet, so I don't know. I can't even answer that question yet.
Is he going to stay back?
Potentially getting another startup here with Tony doing another with OKC and the way that things are playing out.
Haven't made that decision yet, so I don't want to say it all is contingent on tonight, but can't answer that one right now. Blake, I think he's going to go with the team. Shohei was a touch and feel. I was out there chatting with him a little bit, and it looked good from behind. I thought it looked really good.
When you had a chat with him, it looked like you were giving him advice from the batters. When I just saw like a hand gesture from you when you had a chat with him. What was it like?
No, we were just talking. He was just kind of feeling for some things in his delivery, and I just was asking him what he was kind of trying to feel, and so he was just I was just kind of giving him some examples, but nothing too important.
Is he still just working on the fastball?
Fastball, two seam, four seam split. He's not throwing his slider yet.
Did you ever do any pitching in your day?
Long time ago, Jack. Long time ago.
You still got some tips.
No.
Aaron Judge joined the team USA for WBC in official. Mookie also told us that he wants to play. Tyler Glasnow wants to play. Shohei as well. What do you think about this?
I think that we're probably going to be the team that's most represented in the WBC. So, yeah, they want to get the best players in the world, and we've got a lot of the best players. So, if they want to do it, then I'll certainly support it.
You don't have any hesitation to send players for that?
No, but I think the starting pitchers is a little bit more potentially as maybe a little bit of pause, but we still got some time, so we'll see.
What about for the Olympics? Would it be cool to see current players playing, especially with the games being at Dodger Stadium in 2028?
It'd be great. It would. I think in the city of Los Angeles, having the Olympics here at Dodger Stadium would be a spectacle, and everyone in the world would be watching our game.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, guys.